Welcome to Book Notes. Today's book is Capital in the 21st Century by Thomas Piketty is a comprehensive analysis of wealth inequality throughout history, with a focus on the dynamics that drive the distribution of capital. Piketty's work is grounded in an extensive collection of data, spanning several centuries and multiple countries, which allows him to trace the evolution of inequality and its underlying mechanisms. At the heart of Piketty's argument is the formula R is greater than G, where R represents the rate of return on capital and G is the rate of economic growth. This inequality suggests that when the return on capital outpaces growth, wealth naturally accumulates at the top, leading to increased inequality. Piketty posits that this phenomenon is not a recent development but a fundamental characteristic of capitalism. Piketty's research indicates that significant events, such as world wars, have historically acted as counterbalances to rising inequality by disrupting the accumulation of wealth. However, in the absence of such events, the concentration of wealth in fewer hands tends to increase, potentially leading to oligarchy and undermining democratic societies. The book delves into the historical capital-to-income ratio, examining how it has evolved over time. Piketty finds that in Europe, the power of capital peaked in 1914, declined until 1950 due to the shocks of war and revolution, and has been recovering since. In contrast, North America's capital-to-income ratio has remained more stable. Piketty also explores the implications of low economic and demographic growth, which tend to favor societies dominated by inherited wealth. He argues that without intervention, the disparity between capital and growth will continue to widen, exacerbating inequality. The book has sparked significant debate and discussion, as it challenges the notion that the prosperity experienced in the mid-20th century is a validation of Western capitalism. Instead, Piketty suggests that this period may be an outlier and that the global economy is on a trajectory that could be incompatible with democratic values. The key takeaways from Thomas Piketty's Capital in the 21st Century are: 1. Wealth inequality. The book provides a detailed historical analysis of wealth inequality, showing that it is not a new phenomenon but has deep roots in the history of capitalism. 2. The central thesis, R is greater than G. Piketty introduces the principle that when the rate of return on capital, R, exceeds the rate of economic growth, G, wealth inequality will increase because the wealthy can accumulate wealth at a faster rate than the economy grows. 3. Historical evidence. The book is backed by a wealth of historical data, demonstrating how wealth and income inequality have evolved over centuries. 4. The role of capital. Capital, according to Piketty, has always played a central role in the economy and in the creation of inequality. 5. Impact of world wars. The two world wars and the Great Depression had a significant impact on wealth distribution, temporarily reducing inequality through the destruction of wealth and the introduction of progressive policies. 6. The future of inequality. Without policy intervention, Piketty warns that the future could see a return to levels of inequality not seen since the 19th century, which could threaten democratic institutions and social stability. 7. Policy recommendations. Piketty suggests global financial reforms, including a progressive global tax on wealth, to help prevent the further concentration of wealth and to promote a more equitable distribution of resources. 8. Capitalism's sustainability. The book challenges the notion that capitalism as it currently operates is sustainable in the long run without significant reforms to ensure a fairer distribution of wealth. In essence, Piketty's book is a call to recognize the deep-seated patterns of wealth inequality within capitalist societies and to implement measures to address these disparities. It's a significant contribution to the discussion on economic policy and social justice. In conclusion, Capital in the 21st Century is a pivotal work that sheds light on the historical patterns of wealth distribution and offers a sobering outlook on the future of inequality. Piketty's analysis serves as a call to action, highlighting the need for policies that address the growing divide and ensure a more equitable distribution of wealth. Thank you for listening to Book Notes. Please watch my other videos and follow me on social media. All the links are in the description.